Hi, I'm Greg McIntyre, and I'm in the boardroom today. Some of the things that I do in the boardroom is avoid debt after death. That is D-A-D, dad, debt after death. Is it debt or debt? Is the B silent? I'm confused. But I'm not confused about debt after death. Debt after death is something you don't want to have to deal with. So how do we avoid it? I help my clients avoid debt after death on a daily basis. Let's talk about 3 ways to avoid debt after death. One way is to properly set up your real estate so it passes automatically after you pass away. In North Carolina, we are not what's called an expanded recovery state. A creditor cannot Visa, MasterCard the state if they pay for a long-term care benefit, can only attach a claim to real estate that goes through a probate estate. That's through your will. So if we avoid the last will and testament by using deeds, like life estate deeds, traditional life estate deeds, or enhanced life estate deeds, nicknamed ladybird deeds, which protect primarily your home and any surrounding property, and even can be placed on a home during a look-back period for a long-term care benefit. That is going to allow you to keep control of those properties, those pieces of real estate, even if there are rentals, farmland, vacation homes, for the rest of your life, and then pass those automatically, for example, to your children when you pass away, and avoid that debt after death. Another way is trust. Trust allow you to put money, could be stocks, bonds, savings accounts, CDs, annuities, investment accounts, could be real estate. One way we might deal with that real estate, if we're creating a convertible or Medicaid asset protection trust, the best irrevocable trust, the best safe that I can build for you in North Carolina would be to place the real estate and some of those assets within the trust so that they're not considered your asset, but you still are the lifetime income beneficiary off of them. They're maintained for your use and benefit for the rest of your life. And then at your passing, or if it's a joint trust, the passing of you and your spouse, it goes, or the trustee has a mandate built in the trust and a legal fiduciary duty to pass those assets to fiduciaries, either outright free of trust immediately or dead hand control from the grave. You can control those assets well beyond your death. For children, grandchildren, it might not be a great idea to curse little Jimmy, a grandchild, when Jimmy turns 18 with a lot of money or property. That would not have been good for me at 18. We might want little Jimmy to get some education, a little life experience prior to start getting distributions of money out of the trust. Let's say we set up a discretionary trust at 18. It helps send Jimmy to college. At 25, Jimmy starts getting 10% of the income and principal out of his subtrust for the next 10 years. That's called a 10 and 10 distribution within our firm. And we set that discretionary and 10 and 10 distribution up for clients on a regular basis. A third way to avoid debt after death is to give everything away to family members during your life, which is a horrible idea. I have that question all the time from clients. Should I give out my house to my children now? If we do that, number one, we don't own the house. And you might be hanging out with me in the boardroom because you don't have a place to live. And I don't want you to do that. I think the children are much nicer to mama and daddy when mama and daddy still have control of all the assets. And even if you have perfect children who are going to be nice anyway, there's still drawbacks and negatives to giving out your hard-earned money and property during your life. If you give them stock or you give them real estate, what the value they have in that real estate that you might have paid a low value for 20 years ago is exactly what you paid for. So then after your death, if they sell that home, for example, for a lot more money, they have a huge capital gain tax burden to deal with. If you wait and pass that asset to them in an inheritance act, like say through a trust, they get a step up in cost basis, taxable basis in the property. So then their value they have in the property is the value at the date of your death, fair market value, okay? So if they sell it for that after you pass, they have zero capital gains tax burden or capital gains tax to deal with. Those are just three. There are many, many more that I explore when I sit down with a client and I go through what their goals are, assets are, and how to avoid claims, debt after death. DAD, DAD, remember that. So, if you want to protect your hard-earned money and property, I would offer a free consult to come in. We can have a serious discussion, but we can also keep it light and have some fun too. I look forward to meeting you. You can schedule that free consult by calling 1-888-999-6600 or by going online to mcelderlaw.com/scheduling. That's mcelderlaw.com/scheduling. I'll see you at the consult.
Please don't wait till it's too late. Call McIntyre Elder Law.